What's up? Welcome to the podcast. Today I'm going to talk about Native Americans and how their living conditions are on the reservates. On the reservates, their living conditions are very bad, and it's also being compared to living in a third world country, even though it is in America. So today I'm going to talk about why and what makes the living conditions so bad on the reservates. I'm going to start with jobs. There's not a lot of jobs on the reservates. The biggest employers are tribal and federal governments, and depending on the reservation, 4 to 8 out of 10 adults on reservations are unemployed. Many households are overcrowded and earn only Social Security, disabilities, or veterans' income. The overall percentage of American Indians living below the federal poverty line is 28.2%. So the housing conditions are really bad because they don't earn a lot of money, so they can't all afford to build a house. There are around 90,000 homeless or underhoused Indian families on reservates, and 30% of Indian housing is overcrowded, and less than 50% of it is connected to a public sewer. A journalist went to the Wind River Indian Reservation and wrote down a really exciting article that I thought was fun to read, and I'm going to say some of the things that he observed on the reservations. He says that Wind River is in fact a particularly deadly place to call home. The locals refer to different streets by famously violent US locations like Compton in the southern Los Angeles. Convenience stores don't actually sell any alcohol to try to keep down alcoholism, but apparently it hasn't worked so great because they can just drive out of the reservations and buy alcohol. He also notes that drug use is rampant, from school kids sniffing deodorant to alcoholism to crystal meth. Crime is high and lawbreakers can hide almost indefinitely from police. They also have a cultural center that actually forbids children from speaking English within its walls, as it passes down the native dialect. Native Americans actually have the highest suicide rate compared to other groups. On the reservations, a lot of people are getting killed. The New York Times came out to one house in Wind River Reservation when there was a 13-year-old girl that got murdered by her brother and a friend. Apparently, that happens a lot. A lot of people are getting killed and getting into fights because of so many people that drink and the alcoholism. I found this one video from Red Bull that they had been to an Indian reservation where they had built a skate park. They don't have a lot of skate parks on the reservations. I believe this might actually have been the first one. At least it's one of the best ones that they have. And what it has done is that it's brought people together, and a lot of people have started skating, and it's gotten their minds off everything, so they've just been focused on the skating instead of how bad it is to live on the reservations. So a lot of people that skate, they don't kill themselves. So it's a hope that people might stop killing themselves and that the condition is going to get way better on the reservations, because they're actually building even more skate parks. So even though There's a lot of problems on the American reservations. It seems like it might get better because of there's a lot of people taking initiative and trying to make it a better place for people to live. But how it is now is really not great, and they really have to do something.